What's up, race fans? My name's Owen, and welcome back to the Ben Fender podcast. And in this one, I will be reviewing the All-Star race from North Wilkesboro Speedway. And so, all right. So, before the main event, we had a open race where a bunch of drivers race their way to see if they get into the main event. So 3 drivers will make it. The top 2 drivers make it, and then a fan winner. So Ty Gibbs and Josh Berry are on the front row. Gibbs leads. Then the competition caution comes out at lap 40. Berry wins the race off pit road. Then Noah Gragson bounces off the inside wall and collects Gilliland, Newman, and Chandler Smith. That brings out the second caution, and Chandler Smith and Todd Gilliland are out. If Gregson waited another second or half second to make that move, he would have missed the wall, and that caution would not have happened. It was a simple mistake, but at a track none of these racers I've ever raced at, since this is the first time we're seeing North Wilkesboro in 27 years, I believe they said. Since it was 96, which is before my time. So after that, on the next restart, Ty Gibbs gets under McDowell, who bumps into Haley, and then both McDowell and Haley get into the wall. That brings out the third caution of the Open, and Justin Haley is out of the race. On the next restart, Ty Gibbs takes the lead after Berry let him through, which I didn't get why Berry did that at the time, but then he was just saving the tires so he could come at him a little later, and he did, and Berry ends up retaking the lead, and Josh Berry wins and advances to the main event. Coming in second was Ty Gibbs, and the fan vote winner was Noah Gragson. Honorable mention to Alex Almirola. He finished third, just barely missing out, but he also had a great race. Now getting on to the main event, which was 200 laps, and there were no stages. Kevin Harvick is in the 29, not his 4. Harvick used to run the 29 for a bunch of years. So since we're at a throwback track, he's throwing back to one of his old numbers, and he actually got permission from the owners of said number, which I don't remember who it is. So at the start of this race, Suarez and Buescher are on the front row. Suarez leads. Then Ricky Stenhouse spins across Eric Jones, bringing out the first caution. Then Kyle Larson got a speeding penalty on pit road. And then A while later, Kyle Larson actually takes the lead. And then the competition caution comes out, which is the second caution. Kyle Larson wins the race off pit road. Ross Chastain has a too fast exiting penalty. Joey Logano and Christopher Bell had uncontrolled tire penalties. And Kyle Larson just runs away with it. So the top 5 were Larson, Wallace, Reddick, Briscoe, and Elliott. So Kyle Larson wins the million, as well as becomes the third Hendrick driver to win at least 3 All-Star races. First was Jimmy Johnson with 4, then Jeff Gordon with 3, and now Larson with 3. So that's 10 with just those 3 drivers, which is insane. All in all, this weekend was fun to watch. And good to see an old track back and all the legends that came out to watch, to enjoy it. And the pace car for the start was Jeff Gordon, and Gordon was the last person to win a points race at North Wilkesboro. Darrell Waltrip was in the booth, so good to hear him again. And yeah, all in all, this was a fun event. There wasn't really much passing going on, but there were a lot of good battles. There wasn't as much bump and running as both me and the commentators expected there to be. I think the reason that is because the bigger tires give a little more traction, so you actually have to, instead of tapping, you actually have to nail them to get them out of the way. And not a lot of people want to get the fellow drivers angry. So all in all, I think this whole weekend I'll give a 9 out of 10, but the race I'll probably give a 7 out of 10. And as Larson put it at the end of the race, it was an old school ass kicking. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, as well as go check out my other channels, one being my main of Fan Rantan, and the other one being a D&D channel called Drunkards and Dumbasses. Please go check those out, and join me next week while I review the Charlotte race. Also, next week, I will also be doing the Indianapolis 500 race. So, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.